everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Priscilla, and this is the Carnivore Journey. If you are new to my channel, I just want to say welcome, and if you have been following along with me for the past 15 weeks, thank you for your continued support. So be sure to stay tuned until the end of the video where I will reveal to you my new weight loss and show you my comparison pictures between last week and this week. I definitely have a great show for you today, filled with lots of information. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's get into it. So if you've been following along with me for the past couple of weeks, you know that I've been talking about the importance of the nutrients that are found within the foods we eat on carnivore. The reasons why I started doing that research is because when I started this channel, I had many reasons, but one of the reasons was I wanted to have a better understanding on how the food that we eat affects our body. But as I've been doing research, I realized there is good food and then there is the not so good food. And for a long time, I was eating in the not so good food category. So since I have been doing carnivore, I have learned a lot of wonderful things. And I'm not going to say that I was naive to the fact that there were better options and better things that I could have been eating during that time where I was eating in the not so good category. I knew that maybe eating a grilled chicken was a lot better than eating a bowl of pasta with a side of garlic bread. I knew that having a steak was more beneficial to me than maybe eating or ordering a pizza for takeout. But if you were to ask me, hey, why is this category better than this category? I wouldn't have been able to tell you the nutritional side of it. I would have just been able to give you a very vague idea. Well, I believe that this grilled chicken is healthier because it's grilled and it's not fried. And over here in this category, the pasta is full of carbs and sauce, and the garlic bread, and that's got to be heavy. Or the steak because it's grilled and it's meat, and the pizza because it's made out of dough. And those would have been my answers. I wouldn't have been able to tell you that the chicken and the steak was filled with iron and selenium and protein and all these wonderful things that I know now. I would have just given you a very vague answer because that's all I would have known to have given you. So doing this research, I have learned that the food that we eat and consume in carnivore has so many healthy benefits, and the things that are packed within that food is exactly what our bodies need to be able to function and run the way that they are meant to run. And that is what I've been learning. Last week we learned about iron and we learned about zinc. And if you would have asked me what iron and zinc was, the only thing I could have told you is, hey, they're on the periodic table. I know they've got to be healthy for you because I've seen them in the vitamin shop. And oh yeah, after I had my daughter, I had to take iron pills because I was considered anemic. But other than that, that is really all I knew until just a few weeks ago when I really started diving into the research. And I'm so glad that I have. And this week, I learned about B12 and all the benefits that B12 have. And where do we find B12? Well, we find it in the foods we eat. So let me talk to you a little bit about those benefits. B12 is an essential vitamin. Unfortunately, we are not able to produce B12, so we have to get it in one or two ways. We either have to take supplements or we have to get it from animal-based products. An animal-based product consists of beef, poultry, fish, and eggs. That is where you get it from. B12 is also water soluble, meaning that we are not able to store it within our bodies. Our body uses what it needs and then we urinate out the rest. So we have to eat those types of foods in order to make sure that we are taking in B12. Now you may be asking and wondering, okay, why is B12 important and what does it do? Well, here are just a few things that B12 does for our body. B12 helps us with our hair. It helps us with our nails. It helps us with our skin. It helps our mood. It gives us energy. And those are just a few things. So why would we not want to eat foods that do those types of things for our body? So the conclusion that I came up with when I have told you at least 3 or 4 of the videos, I've said, I can't understand why I feel the way I do. My hair looks healthy. My skin looks great. I have so much energy. Well, now I know why. Now I know why I feel the way that I do. It's because the food that I'm eating on carnivore is so packed full of the things that we need for our bodies to be able to function the way that they were created to function. That is the conclusion I've come up with. I have no other explanation. Since I have been on carnivore, I have more energy than I know what to do with. And I've had a lot of aha moments in the time that I've been studying on both sides. Aha, because the foods that I was eating was causing me joint pain. I was having inflammation within my feet. I didn't feel good. I wasn't sleeping well at night. I was moody. I would get irritated. And it's because I wasn't giving my body what it needed, the nourishment it needed. And now it's like I'm running circles around people. I have energy. I feel healthy. My blood pressure is great. I can't even, I can't explain it. It's because of carnivore and the food that I'm eating. So I'm very thrilled with everything that I am doing. I am very thrilled with the results, and I can't wait to continue and to learn more about the nutrients that are found within the meats that we're eating. And that is just to name a few. There are so many more. So be sure to continue every week to tune in so you can learn about the benefits of carnivore and how it can change your life, because it has definitely changed mine. So I want to let you know that starting next week, I am going to start doing something a little bit different because the holidays are coming up. I want to start talking about how sugar affects our body. This is the time of the month where people are getting ready for the holidays. We have Thanksgiving coming up, we have Christmas, and then on New Year's, and then right after that, Valentine's. So this is the time of the year where everyone is celebrating and eating, and I was one of those people. I love food. Give me a reason to celebrate and have food. I was that person. But maybe if you're still on the fence about whether or not to do carnivore, maybe if you keep tuning in each week, then maybe it will help you to make a decision. Or maybe if you decide, I'm going to wait to start carnivore after the holidays, maybe as you're learning and becoming more knowledgeable about how carnivore has changed me and the way that I feel, then maybe that through the holidays, you'll be able to make smarter and better decisions for yourself. Like I said, I can't say enough good things about this. I'm literally almost 40 pounds down, and I'm 4 months into this, and I'm very excited. So enough of that. Let's get into the weight loss for this week. So last week when I weighed in, I weighed 178.9 pounds. And this week when I did my weigh-in, I weighed 176.6. So I am really on a good track of meeting my goals for the month of November. I did a little walking this week, but I mostly focused on my arms. We've been having some cooler and rainier weather, so I've been making sure that I've been working on my biceps, and I've definitely been enjoying that. And also, I've been journaling all this week too, and that has been wonderful. So if you watched my video last week, I started my carnivore journal, and I encouraged everyone to go out and get a journal. And I'm journaling up to 4 and 5 pages a day. So if you want to join in on that with me, go out and grab you a journal, grab you some pens, and start writing those goals down. I am very happy how this week has gone, and I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. I'm your host, Priscilla, and this is the Carnivore Journey. Have a wonderful week, and until I see you again, bye.